Let's go back 1 week on Southeastern Television Wrestling and take a look at how the Rat Patrol came to be. A minute. Stubbs and Anderson flat in the butt. Cut off the whip. Whip is going up into the ground. Whip in the ground for a couple weeks. I don't know. Sonny King's in on the picture right now. That's definitely gonna. Wait a minute, Mr. Stubbs coming over to the bar. Here he Stubbs. Wait a minute, Stubbs is completely in the box. Let's do legs, arms. Whatever's in the box is got to hold it. Jerry Stubbs, you better believe that. Who's on time? Anderson. Wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Zero shot to the head right out of the box. A nice wrestler out of the box. And we got a man from the box in the ring. We got a man from the box on the floor. And we got some trouble for Anderson. I got Sonny King over there, fellas. Sonny King is sitting down, waylaid by Johnny Rich. A masked man, and I don't know who this guy is. Look at this. The hook arm, trouble drops it. Whoever he is, this guy's got a lot of stomach. From out of the box, down goes Sonny King in the middle of the ring. Look, he's up on the top rope. One flying high. Look at this. And there it is. See there, you see what happens when it's 3-on-3, when the sides are even. That's all we're after. We're not out here to cheat or nothing. We go out to win them belts, and we're going to be proud, and we're going to defend them proud. And the Rat Patrol's going to stick together. Ain't that right, boys? Mr. Sonny King's got his panties all in the wide over there. The boys, they don't know what to do. They're all upset. All this straps is gone. What's happening now, gentlemen? That's right. We got him. We got him, and we're going to hold on to him, Charlie. The Rat Patrol incorporated Johnny Rich, Scott Armstrong, and the Tonga Kid, and they're going into the ring right now for our first match of the day. Let's take a look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, today's first event is one fall. A 10-minute time limit. Your referee is Larry Brock. Now in the ring at a combined total of 697 pounds, the Rat Patrol Incorporated. Their opponent, now entering the ring at 210 pounds, Kalamazoo, Missouri, Greg Cosco. His partner, 231, Los Angeles, California, Hustler Rip Rod. Okay, we see the Rat Patrol Incorporated in action. Our first match on Southeastern Television Wrestling today. We have a lot of great action to come, including a six-man tag main event that will be coming your way. And it looks like Johnny Rich is going to sit this one out, Rick.
That's the interesting thing about the Rat Patrol Incorporated, Shirley. You never know which two or one of the three is going to compete in the ring. They're all co-holders of the tag team championships, and all three men are co-holders of the junior heavyweight championship. So you see that poses a very big problem for anybody who's going to climb in the ring and try to take these belts away from them.
A lot of excitement, of course, with all the Southeastern Wrestling. A lot of excitement because the summer season has just exploded here in the Southeastern Wrestling area. We've got the first full battle royal of the summer coming up Friday night in Panama City, Florida. Tonight in Dothan, a $13,000 Chevrolet Blazer to be given away in a one-night round-robin tournament.
Joining us at the desk, the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller, who, although he's not scheduled out right now, I'm sure he's got some kind of a comment.
If I'm going to have to stay around this stinking part of the country, then I'm going to be able to class up at the very least a program like this. I'm going to come out here whenever I feel like it. Maybe I can add the comment that these people, the not-so-bright people in this part of the country will be able to understand. You know what I mean? Like this kid here, this Tonga kid, is that what they call him? That looks like an illegal shot for me right here to begin with.
There was a headbutt by the Tonga kid that put former U.S. junior heavyweight champion Rip Rogers out on the floor.
Well, that's only because Rip's a smart wrestler, and he just knows that it's time to take himself a break here. And you can see this is one of the Armstrong boys. I noticed that another one is going to be wrestling quite a bit in the area soon, Steve. The Armstrongs are all losers. Oh, look at this. I'm surprised that... where does this guy come from, anyhow? Does anybody have any idea?
He's a native of the island of Samoa, sir.
He looks like he's from some stinking stupid part of the world for sure, you know.
I take it from your...
somewhere in the Pacific.
I take it, Mr. Fuller, from your comments, you're not too pleased with staying around this part of the country and having to wrestle Bob Armstrong.
I have no comment to that.
Okay.
Speaking up for itself in the ring, the Tonga kid continuing to work on young Greg.
That's what I want to say here. You notice, you see Johnny Rich here, the third man of this Rat Patrol Incorporated. I don't know where they came up with this idea, but it should not be allowed. Johnny Rich is a wrestler. He's not a manager. How can he be allowed to stay here at ringside? Not only that, you see he's not sitting in any chair, and he's just badgering the opponents of Armstrong and this Tonka kid, or whatever his name is. That's not right either. Also, now you see him here trying to clap his hands and trying to get the crowd to be on his team's side. I think all that it should be illegal. It shouldn't be allowed. I don't know how they're being allowed to have such a thing as this corporation, the three of them, and be able not to tell who they're going to wrestle on any given night. I think it's all baloney.
Okay. And I'm sure you would think Miss Brenda Britton is perfectly all right running up and down, interfering with matches from time to time.
But she is certainly not a wrestler. That's the point I was making. She is a manager, and she's not a wrestler. She's not of the capability to be able to go into the ring and do any damage to an opponent. Now, you watch Rich over here on the outside. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if things get to going badly for his team. He'll take advantage of it, and he'll be in the ring himself, probably. Now, you wouldn't see that out of King. You wouldn't see that out of any other manager. You're not going to see that out of the lady out here on the floor. She's just going out here trying to offer Rip a little encouragement. Rick?
That, I would say, no comment.
Well, there are definite precedents for a three-man combination. All you have to do is say Midnight Express Incorporated is a fabulous story. And I think you can see my point.
I just don't understand this Rat Patrol. I understand that already they've won 2 championships. How they can go out, the 3 of them, and defend 2 championships is beyond my comprehension. I certainly see why Jerry Stubbs and Arn Anderson and Tommy Gilbert are upset about this situation with this so-called Rat Patrol Incorporated, because you can't prepare yourself mentally nor physically for any type of professional wrestling match when you do not know who your opponent is until you step into the ring. It's a handicap that no wrestler should have to be under, and I can sympathize with Anderson, Stubbs, and Gilbert for having to face a combination of 3 men when they don't know who they're going to be wrestling.
Okay, Rip Rogers hurling shot-arm shot into those ring ropes. Good drop kick. Armstrong jumps over his man and makes the tag with a Tonka kid. And he begins to unload on Rogers.
This guy is absolutely phenomenal. He's set wrestling fans on their ear all over the Southeast in just the short week that he's been here. I've seen moves out of him that just literally fantastic. He can come off the top rope, headbutts, body presses. This guy can do it well. There's that back heel.
That's an illegal side kick. That's a karate move, and that's not a legal move either. And now what is this? What kind of move is that? I can't believe they're allowed to do that. The man came off the top rope. I can't believe they're allowed to do that to begin with.
Nevertheless, Mr. Fuller, the Rat Patrol Incorporated is the winner of our first match today on Southeastern Television Wrestling. We've got a lot of great action still to come. Certainly hope you'll stay with us.
This new 84 Thunderbird has radio, heaters, power on the line. Monday night, June 11th, 8:30, Birmingham Southwell Auditorium. As a special gift to the fans, no increase in prices. You'll see Steve Armstrong take on Hustler with Rogers. Jacques Rougeau meets Tommy Gilbert. Alabama title, Rick McGraw defends against Dick Rain. Six-man tag, the Rat Patrol Incorporated meet Arn Anderson, Jerry Stubbs, and Boris Zuhkov. No DQ when Bob Armstrong takes on the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Then, in the main event, for the World Heavyweight Championship, Jimmy Golden challenges Nature Boy Ric Flair. No increase in prices. Monday night, Birmingham Southwell Auditorium at 8:30. Now, here's the night wrestling fans all over the South have been waiting for. Boutwell Auditorium, Monday night, the world title on the line, plus six-man tag action as Sonny King's array of gentlemen go against the Southeastern Tag Team Champion, the Rat Patrol Incorporated.
That's right, Birmingham, Alabama. The newly formed Rat Patrol. We got together. We said we're tired. We're tired, sick and tired of these backstabbing guys coming in, sticking them from behind, cheating, and getting their way. Well, we put an end to that. We formed the Rat Patrol. We're going to stick together. We're young guys, but we got heart, brother. You better believe that. And we don't quit for nothing. We said we're going to get them belts, and we got them. And we're going to hold on to them. Is that right, Tom? I want all the pretty ladies to come down there to Birmingham and see us down there Monday night.
Well, one thing is for sure, Monday night at Boutwell, Mr. King, the pressure is on your organization.
You know, Jerry, you and I, we got your titles. That's okay. But we've been down before. We came right back out here on national TV because we came back up. That's our style. I told you guys before, you play around with these guys, you things going to happen to you. Now you should have a lesson. You got to go out. You got to hurt people. You're the champion. You got to make them respect you as champion. Don't get out there with... Don't worry about these guys. Let these people know that you're a champion when you walk into the auditorium. Demand respect from these guys. This is the way you're going to get the title back, and you'll keep it that way. Mr. Zuhkov.
This Rat Patrol, I don't like these guys. These three stupid Americans that is this gentleman, this human scarecrow. They cheat to win the belt. Anderson, Stubbs, you take care of Rich, and the scarecrow, I'll take care of the jungle man. I promise you that.
It all happens Monday night in Birmingham.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we got a lot of fans in Birmingham that speak Swahili, so when I get out there, they can tell me what he said. I don't really care what he said, but I'm going to send a little message to you, boys. You're all junior heavyweights, and you're going in with three overgrown men. Now, Birmingham is a long ride from Pensacola, so I'm going to be mad when I get there. So don't think that I'm going to be out here talking to the little girls and buying popcorn and eating beanie weenies. I'm coming there for one reason, and I know my partner's coming for the same reason. And if we can't get it done, we got about 300 pounds of pretty horrifying wrestling to help us out. So Kevin says, kids, come on to Birmingham, but you're going to have to earn your money that Monday. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is scheduled for one fall. A 10-minute time limit. Two ring officials remain the same. Now entering the ring at 240 pounds, Columbia, South Carolina's Paul Barnett. We're waiting on the arrival of his opponent at this moment. His opponent, 41 pounds, Charlotte, North Carolina, the Alabama State Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Rick McGraw. Paul Barnett taking on the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion. He is quick draw Rick McGraw. Look at McGraw right up from the mat, drop kick into the midsection, lower chest area of Paul Barnett.
Hey, Rick McGraw has spent a tremendous amount of time in the gymnasium working out his upper body, his legs. The man's just virtually a wrestling school. Become sort of an institution on Pensacola Beach as well down the great state of Florida. Propped up in the sand, which I think has become his new home here in the Southeastern. He's certainly been accepted by the fans as one of their own. And, you know, of course, as Alabama State champion, he carries a lot of prestige and a lot of the hope of the wrestling fans around with him.
Just picks Barnett up and sticks him up on that top ring rope. I'm sure Barnett's rather frustrated at this particular point, going back into grip center of the ring.
Both men testing now for leverage, balance.
But I think probably pound for pound, in this sport, there's no one man that's as physically powerful as Rick McGraw is. He holds several weightlifting records in his home state of North Carolina. And here's a guy that has just survived tremendous odds in professional wrestling. Severely injured at the onset of his career with a broken neck at the hands of a
a wrestler who will remain nameless from the New York area. He spent some 3 months in the hospital recuperating and now is back as one of the premier athletes in the sport.
Beautiful suplex by McGraw. 2 count and Barnett powers out.
Chris McGraw bullying his man back into the far turnbuckle. The referee calls Barnett into the far buckle. He's up. And Rick McGraw is literally just holding him. A complete bridge of some sort of a suplex. I don't know quite what to call it. A cross between a suplex and a power slam. But it brought a win for the Alabama champion, Rick McGraw.
Indeed, he is the winner of our second match. Don't forget a lot of great action still to come on Southeastern Television Wrestling, an interesting personality profile. Television main event will be a special 6-man tag match right now. Watch this very important message.
In the Southeastern area, the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship is on the line. No increase in prices for the fans. Plus, a match that a lot of people have demanded from Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Bob Armstrong meets the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller in a match in which the disqualification rule has been waived.
What a stupid thing for Bob Armstrong to do. Everybody in the arena saw me almost kill Bob Armstrong. It was ridiculous. They had to come out there. There must have been 15 people on me trying to pull me off of Bob Armstrong, and now he's stupid enough to sign a no disqualification match. I'd like to also make comments, since I'm here, about Jimmy Golden wrestling Ric Flair. I am the Continental Heavyweight Champion, am I not?
That's true.
The Continental Heavyweight Champion must supersede the Southeastern Championship, doesn't it? Wouldn't you think that the Continental United States is bigger than this area? I should be wrestling Ric Flair for the World Championship. Jimmy Golden doesn't have a prayer beating Ric Flair. I'm the only man in this part of the country that have any chance against Ric Flair. And what am I doing? I'm bogged down with Bob Armstrong. No disqualification. Well, let me just make it short and sweet. Bullet, Bob, that if I've got to wrestle you instead of my shot at the world champion that I should be getting, you're going to have to pay for it, Bullet Bob. I shouldn't be here in this part of the country. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for some contract that you and Charlie Flint or some idiot spent months trying to dig up. So if I'm going to be here, I'm going to make my time worthwhile. I'm going to take care of you, Bob Armstrong. Jimmy Golden, Ric Flair is going to stomp you in the mat. He's going to put a sleeper hold on you, and he's going to do it with the old 5-fister job. And you're going to be finished as a contender. You shouldn't have the shot to begin with. I'm the only contender for the World Championship in this part of the country. People love to see me here. I get cards and letters all the time. Just keep writing. I want to tell you ladies out there, keep writing. I'll get back to you, I promise. Just keep...
We've asked Mr. Sonny King and his group to join us here for a very specific purpose right now.
Wait a minute. First of all, if you got anything to show me on Billy Spears, son, I don't have time to bother with that garbage here. I got the Rat Patrol. I got my title someplace else. I've got one thing to concentrate on. I'm not interested in anything Billy Spears has to say. If there's something that you got to tell me, or what Spears got to say, I got nothing about it.
We have Mr. Spears here live with us in the television studio today, and he would like to ask us to get you out here.
Evidently, you haven't gotten my message yet. I've been calling you, I've been writing you, I've been trying to get in touch with you, and evidently you don't like money. So I went around you. I went to the men, and they like money a little bit better than you, so they're no longer your men, they're my family.
Look,
got
Billy
that right?
Spears. Look, Billy Spears, let me tell you something. I put a lot of sweat and a lot of blood in with these three gentlemen here. And I'm sure what you're saying got to be garbage.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's why I told you this for a moment. I told you before. He's got the money, Sonny. I got plenty of money. My mother's got money. You got to understand, I get what I want. That's why I told you I told you before with the money. That's why I said, he takes your money. He tried to work with you. He tried to work with you. You lost out, my friend. And it's nobody's fault but you're on. Your fault.
Let me tell you something.
You won't call me. You won't
Let me tell you something. I don't have to call you. I said I wasn't interested.
I don't care what you're not interested. I'm going to have it.
I said, look, Gilbert. Wait a minute. Whoa. coming off of that top rope as Anderson held him. King is out. And what's got to be the tool of the century, they confirmed it here today. Anderson, Stubbs, and Zuhkov now belong, apparently, to the family of Billy Spears. And I met my grandmother for a dollar bill. I believe that, too.
Somebody needs to see about Sonny King. Well, not moving in the ring. We need to get somebody out here to see about Sonny King.
We'll be right back with more Southeastern Television Wrestling in just a moment.
Profile. This week, we're going to take a very special look at a situation, well, it's really been brewing for the last 2 years. It involves the ongoing feud between the reigning Southeastern Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Jimmy Golden, and the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Of course, as all wrestling fans over the Southeast know, Jimmy Golden has been signed to challenge for the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship in a match that he's really survived a lot of stuff to get, Jim.
Well, that's true, Rick. He's supposed to be the Southeastern champion. There earned a chance at Ric Flair, and not only was I the Southeastern champion, I went through several tournaments to meet Ric Flair, and in those tournaments you have to wrestle 3 or 4 times, and you got to be in good shape, and it's a rough night for you, and I was real proud of that moment and real proud of the chance to meet Ric Flair, and Flair, he had a lot of complaints. He said that I throwed everything at him but the kitchen sink, but I felt like I gave him a good old Southern whipping and a good wrestling lesson. What he deserved, that's what he asked for, that's what he comes into the ring for, and that's what I gave him. And when he left last time, he didn't take a shower or nothing. He said he just ran out the door and caught his plane or his bus or whatever, and he took off out of town, and he claimed that he's not coming back to the Southeastern area. Of course, as you know, we've gone through a lot of court dealings. Flair's put up a lot of money, and so is the Southeastern Wrestling, and I've been to court over it, and he's going to have to come back and face me one more time. It may be just for one more time, but I feel like that I'm ready for it, Rick.
Well, now, coming up in a couple of minutes, we're going to take a look at a piece of videotape from the last time that the World Heavyweight Champion defended his title in the Southeastern area. It was against Jimmy Golden, and the outcome of that still surrounds, it's just typical of the controversy that's been going on between Jimmy and the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. In order to get this match for Jimmy Golden, Southeastern Wrestling has had to go to absolute extremes. Representatives of Southeastern Wrestling Promotion and Jimmy himself have had to go to Kansas City, have had to go to St. Louis, Missouri, and it actually took direct intervention by the National Wrestling Alliance President Bob Geigel just to get you another chance to jump in the ring with Ric Flair.
Well, that's true, and I appreciate all the trouble that Southeastern has gone through, and the president going ahead and demanding that Ric Flair give me this last shot, because I felt like I deserved it. I felt like the Flair was trying to avoid me because he knew that I could beat him with the sleeper hold. And I do have a win over him in Pensacola, Florida. It was a non-title match, but I did beat the man, and that just goes to show you that other men can be thrown. And so can Ric Flair. And, he has nothing. He hadn't sent an interview. He hadn't had nothing to say about these upcoming matches. He's still trying to avoid it. He's still trying to claim that he's not going to be here, but he will be here. And they have guaranteed me that. They have guaranteed Ric Flair that. And he will be facing Jimmy Golden in the Southeastern area, and I'm going to beat him. I've trained real hard. I've been in good shape for quite some time now, and even though that this is my last chance, that's all I need is one more chance.
Yeah, there's an interesting point right there, something that Jimmy's aware of, but not all wrestling fans are aware of, and we'll clear that up right now. In the course of contract negotiations, as you know, being the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Ric Flair carries a lot of clout on his own. Southeastern Wrestling has arranged to have this match, guaranteed world title, Jimmy Golden and Ric Flair. However, Flair has managed to stick in the contract a clause that says this will be Jimmy Golden's last match for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, that's all I need. Like I said, Rick, is that last chance. I'm going to take it this time. And I think that Rick feels that too, and he knows it. Thanks to Ken Lucas, I worked out with him for a long time on that sleeper hold, and he's a master of it. Now I'm a master of the sleeper hold, and there's no avoiding it, Ric Flair. And you step into that ring, I'm going to give you the whipping that you deserve, Sonny boy, and I'm going to put that sleeper hold on you. And when it's all said and done, Jimmy Golden's going to walk out of that building the new World Heavyweight Champion.
And Nature Boy Ric Flair's always got a lot to say for himself. It says a little something about the situation in itself that he didn't send us any interviews. We spent a lot of money on telegrams, telephone calls, trying to get some kind of comment from Ric Flair. He's got nothing to say about the situation. He will be here. He will defend the World Heavyweight Championship. In lieu of an interview or a telephone conversation tape featuring the world heavyweight champion. Let's take a look at something that I think, Jim, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree, tells the situation better than any kind of interview possibly could. It happened in Pensacola, Florida on a Sunday night. The World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship was on the line. Challenger Jimmy Golden against the reigning champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, Ricky, I'd like to point out here, notice that the referee, Randy Lynn, has been knocked down here, and this has been a long, tough, grueling match. Ric Flair is bleeding there. You can see his face that's bleeding pretty heavily. He's been able to battle back right here, and he's got me down and going up on the top rope so I could come off there and finish this thing. And it's really been a knockdown, drag out. He had a lot of complaints saying that I was a crazy person, brought a lot of foreign objects in the ring. I've never brought nothing into the ring. Like I said, I gave him a good old southern whipping, and that's what I'm going to give him again. And I put that sleeper hold on him, brother, and he was scratching for him an exit somewhere. And right there it is, the sleeper hold. You see here that he did find him a way out of it, though, that he runs to the top rope and pull that top rope down, sends me sailing out onto the floor. And, of course, I'll have to hand it to Flair. He's a heck of a champion, and but I'm fixing to take it from him because I'm a little bit better. Right there, he ran to that rope and pulled it down and ended up throwing me out over the top rope. That could have been a disqualification there, but a lot of things happened. The referee was down, and he can't see everything. And here Flair and myself are battling out on the floor. A lot of the pieces on the end here is not going to be able to see in this film, Rick, that they wasn't able to show because this fight continued out through the aisle, out to the back of the building. And Ric Flair, like I said, was looking for him in action, and I'll follow him wherever it takes, out the aisle, out the street. I'm going to beat him somewhere. I hope it's in the middle of the ring, but I am going to beat him.
Well, I've never seen the world champion so upset as he was that night in Pensacola. I had the chance to be at ringside. Flair came back from the ring, Jimmy. I happened to be back in the back of the arena when he came through. He didn't take a shower. He didn't even bother to let the doctor take a look at the wound on his head. He just headed through the door, screaming at the top of his lungs, out into the limousine, and he was gone.
Well, he was getting out of Dodge because he knows this part of the country belongs to Golden, and that when he comes to this area, he's going to be facing Jimmy Golden, and I'm going to give him the whipping that he deserves. The whipping that he asked for when he comes in the ring. He's going to have to back up all that hot mouth, loud mouth stuff that he's been blowing off about. He's had Boris, Zuhkov, several different people that he's tried to pay to keep me from, injure me, to keep me from having this match with him, but I'm still here ready, Will. I'm still the Southeastern champion, brother. I've gone through everything, thick and thin, high water, to meet Ric Flair for this last time, brother, and I'm telling you now that Jimmy Golden is ready. He's going to take advantage of this last time, Ric Flair. There's no stopping it, brother, no court, no nothing that you can do. Here's what I say to you now, boy. You're going to have to come to the Southeastern area, and you're going to be looking at Jimmy Golden when you step into that ring, brother, and I'm going to take care of business. You be ready. You be sure of it, Sonny, that Jimmy Golden's going to be the world heavyweight champion when you leave.
A lot of things are going to be settled finally. The situation between Jimmy Golden and the world champion settled once and for all. It's in the arenas. The world title is on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, this match won for all a 15-minute time limit. The ring officials remain the same. Introducing to my left at 205 pounds, Columbus, Georgia, Steve Miller. His opponent at 223 pounds, Lexington, Tennessee, Tommy Gilbert. Tommy Gilbert taking on Steve Miller out of Columbus, Georgia. Great action to come today on Southeastern Television. We present a special six-man tag match as our main event. And had some interesting things happening, I understand, in the dressing room. Mr. Spears, you have come back out to join us over here.
Mama, you know Mama. You remember Mama.
Yes, I do.
She likes Tommy Gilbert. She wanted me to take a look at him. I've seen him around. Tommy Gilbert is a very good friend of my mother's, and she wanted me to kind of take a look at him and see how he's doing nowadays. And I can see right now that he's doing quite well.
Well, now that you're out here, I have a message for you, Mr. Spears.
Yes.
Mr. Sonny King has challenged you to a one-on-one competition in the ring, in the arena.
He challenged me.
He wants a match with
Are you kidding?
He does.
Have you seen what happened to him just now?
He's not
What's
talking
gonna happen
about
to him when I get a hold? That's what I'm saying.
Well, he's talking about you.
That's what's going to happen to him when I get a hold of him.
Oh, when you get a hold of him,
Yeah,
you're
well,
saying you'll take the match?
Well, you know,
Would you face Sonny King?
I'll
Will
say
you
Sonny
accept-
King.
you'll
Yes,
accept
I'll
the
say
challenge.
Sonny King.
Okay.
I will.
All right.
Sonny
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take the challenge. Yes, sir, sure will.
Okay.
Right now, I want to watch my man Tommy Gilbert.
All right. Rick, we have another match in the arena. If this be the case, Mr. Spears accepting, you can put that down. Regardless of what the all-star lineup looks like already, there'll be another match. Billy Spears against Sonny King.
You just mark it down. It'll happen in the arena. Now belted about suplex from Tommy Gilbert. By the way, Mr. Spears, at one time, or as a matter of fact, his first week here in the Southeast, Mr. Gilbert captured the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship, just losing it to the Rat Patrol Incorporated 1 week ago.
The Rat Patrol. That's a good raid out for those boys. See that? Suplex the man suplex. He is great. He knows all the wrestling holds. Gilbert coming to the next house rope. Oh, super. Fantastic. Come on, all right. Now you see why Mama likes him, and I do too.
Okay, your winner is Tommy Gilbert, screaming for the Rat Patrol. We've got more action to come on Southeastern Television Wrestling. You stay with us.
It's a thought of buying a used car carrying your parts. Auditorium, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Jimmy Golden meets Nature Boy Ric Flair. There's no increase in prices. Plus, 2 very significant single matches as Jacques Rougeau climbs into the squared circle against Tommy Gilbert. And State of Alabama heavyweight wrestling champion Rick McGraw defends against the challenge of Vic Rain.
Let me tell you something, Beach Ball. You wanted to be a wrestling champion, well, now you are. But the only trouble is now you start to pay the price. When you take something from me, you pay. And it's time to pay.
Way to go, Vic. Rougeau, I want you to understand one thing, man. Whenever I step in the ring with you, do you know what you're going to be taking? I'm going to be dishing out to you exactly what I'd like to do to one of those Rat Patrols for stealing my belt the way he done, because that's mine. He's not man enough to keep it, and I'm going to show him, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to be dishing out to him or anybody else that steps in the ring from now on, brother.
Jacques, a very important match in your career.
Well, first, I'd just like to congratulate the Rat Patrol. They're doing so well. You know, some people hit it off together, and I think those three are just doing fabulous. And I just want to say something to Gilbert, that before you threaten me whatsoever in doing anything, why don't you just worry about getting your belt back that the Rat Patrol stole from you, and then me and you go ahead and get in the ring, and we'll figure out, see who's the best man between me and you.
Monday night at Boutwell Auditorium, the State Heavyweight Championship goes on the line as Rick McGraw defends against the man he originally won the title from, Vic Rain.
Listen here, Vic Rain. You talking about I wanted to be a champion. Well, I am a champion, and I'm the champion now. You call me a beach ball. That's right. I got the pan, I got the pump, I got the power, and I'm going to put it all on your brain. All over Boutwell Auditorium. All over Birmingham. This thing's going to stay right here around the waist to quit draw. Rick McGraw.
Monday night.
Birmingham, Daddy.
Welcome back to Southeastern Wrestling. Our 6-man tag main event to come up in just moments. However, only 2 of the competitors for one team are here at this time, and while we sort that situation out, we'd like to get some words here with Bob Armstrong about a bunch of things that are on his mind.
That's right. Well, the main thing on my mind is the Tennessee Stud. You know, he's hit me in the face with a garbage can. He's attacked me in every match I've had to watch over my shoulder. Now, we got together. I think you got some film here. I want to show just how bad that Tennessee Stud actually is. He's a man that talks a good fight. But when it comes to talking, that's cheap. You got to get in there and dig it. Now, here we go. Now, here he drops me pretty good right here, and he thinks he's finishing me, because he thought he's finished me a lot of times. He's hit me with a lot of things, garbage cans, everything else, brass knuckles, and right here he's going to come out, and you're going to see he's going to try to finish the job. But I'm just waiting on him. I'm just waiting on him, and he's going to get a little too cocky here. He's just going to get a little bit too cocky. He's going to get overconfident. You're going to see what happens to him. He gets his jaw jacked right here, and brother, I put him in the middle of next week. And that's the way it starts. If it becomes a fight, it becomes a brawl, and things like every time I get with this man, that's the way it goes. And you're going to see in a minute, he brings everybody down. We're going to it right there, and we fighting this outside the ring. Anything goes. He chose to put me outside, so he came outside with me, and this is the way it ended up, in just a good old-fashioned brawl. Here comes all the entourage troops. I don't know who he's paid off, how many friends he's got, but you're going to see a few things backfiring on here, and it didn't pull me off of it.
I don't know, people may think he owes me a lot of stuff, but I believe I've been paid back in full. It's my time to do some paying back. There's some debts to be paid, and that's what's going to happen. There's Big Rain stuck his nose into it. He got his nose jacked a little bit too there. And I ain't through with the stud yet. He didn't quite get the job done. Now, I think it was Tommy Gilbert. He came back, and he made a mispunch there and hit his own man, and it just got real wild. In fact, we fought all over the building, fought all the way back. I ain't through with him. I ain't never going to be through with him. Somebody's going to leave. Somebody's going to leave here. It may be me, but I ain't going to leave crawling. I'm going to leave walking like a man. Somebody's going to get hurt bad, and somebody's going to leave. It's going to be me or him, one or the other. It's too big. It ain't going to last. Somebody's going to get hurt, and somebody's going to leave.
In words of Bullet Bob Armstrong, and I tell you what, it is a heated situation, too, between the Tennessee Stud and Bullet Bob Armstrong, and rightfully so. We promised you a big main event on television. It's about to take place. We are going to have a 6-man tag match, and I think we're about ready to go up into the ring right now and take a look at this match.
Where they at? Ladies and gentlemen, this is our television main. Referee has... We had one of the opponents for this team that had not arrived at the time, but we found a substitute opponent. This match, one fall TV time remaining. Now in the ring, Arn Anderson, Jerry Stubbs, and Boris Zuhkov. Their opponent... Our partner didn't show up today, but I'll tell you what, if you make sure that one's in at the same time, we'll wrestle them, but make sure you get your partner. Get your partner. Go get in here anyway. Come on in. Their opponents now at ringside, Greg Cooley and Jacques Rougeau. All right. Sonny King makes his appearance back in the television studio, and we see a fretful Billy Spears. I don't know. I'm trying to... Cooley said they're going along. I guess we've got a partner now in Sonny King. Well, he's up in the ring, I'll say that. Sonny King going for Boris Zuhkov. He throws it with the right. It's Rougeau and Arn Anderson. Greg Cooley against Jerry Stubbs, and we've got complete and total confusion here on TV. Indeed we do. All right, Sonny King is now in the ring. Billy Spears takes an exit over to the dressing room. I don't know what point to make of it. Maybe a little regrouping of the family is going on right now. Rougeau is discussing with the referee, I believe, about whether to take Sonny King as his actual partner for this match or not. I'll tell you something right now. Mr. Spears was talking mighty big while ago about in the arena. It's been signed, folks. The contract was just confirmed by Southeastern Wrestling just a moment ago on the phone. Sonny King issued a challenge to Billy Spears. He accepted it on television. So in the arena, in addition to the All-Star card you're going to be seeing already this week in the arena, you got to have a match between Billy Spears and Sonny King. That's right. And don't forget now, at one time, Sonny King was half of the worldwide. Look at that. Small package for Rougeau. Sonny King's been World Tag Team Champions before on the Tuesday Strongbow. He knows his way inside that square. Where does Rougeau go, Charlie? Rougeau in the air today. The King takes a shot at Stubbs over on the side. But I'm going to be at ringside to see this match. You better believe it when Sonny King and Billy Spears get in the ring. Let's point out here real quickly, too, Charlie. We talked about it last week. The drawing for Jacques Rougeau's road will be on June the 11th in Birmingham, Alabama. The winner, whether they're... Look, Sonny King has gone after Billy Spears in the dressing room. He's trying to get in the door over there, just out of camera range. Spears is staying... in a very close area to that dressing room. He disappeared the minute Sonny King hit the ring, and he hasn't shown his face since. Rougeau still a little wary, I think, about taking Sonny King as a partner. You can't really blame him, but Sonny King has got a legitimate grudge against these three. He was sold down the river by Anderson, King, and Boris, more or less by Mr. Billy Spears, too, in his
with the help of his mother and the money.
The money is only, when you talk about Billy Spears, you've got to talk about the money. The wealth of his mother has kept Billy Spears on top of the management profession for quite some time. Cooley going to work on Boris Zuhkov. Here's the young man who's come a long, long way, Sonny.
Side headlock on Boris Zuhkov into those ring ropes. Oh. Caught by both Stubbs and Anderson as he comes in. Snapmare takedown by Jerry Stubbs.
Greg Cooley needs to make a tag. He's taken a good beating in the last couple of seconds. The crowd here at the TV studio picking up the chant, go, Greg, go, Greg, go. Headbutt from Stubbs. This young man's in trouble right now. The tag, some of the trademarks here of Anderson and Stubbs, a little double teaming on the tag. What a clothesline. I heard the sound of that clothesline up. Wait, what's this? Anderson taunting Sonny King to come in the ring.
Now Stubbs, coming down off of that second rope, right in the top of the head of Greg Cooley, dropping that elbow. This could be it. No, he pulls his man up. Stubbs did not allow the pin, Rick.
Stubbs and Anderson have done that before so many times. They've got a man beaten. One, two. Of this time broken up by Sonny King. You're right, though. They're the kind of guys who will take somebody that they've got beaten and keep on beating them just for the pleasure of doing it.
Boris Zuhkov now in for the trio. Billy Spears still to show his face at ringside. He's peeping out of the dressing room door, watching things very cautiously.
I remember the days when Billy Spears was an active wrestler. His tag team partner, of course, was the Spoiler, and many, many more. He made numerous championship forays here in the Southeast, but that was a long, long time ago.
It was. But I tell you what, Spears will stoop to anything to get anything done. I mean, there's not a whole lot of things nice you can say about this man. I can't think of anything.
That's true.
If you want to be perfectly honest about the situation, how many
His mom got a lot of money. That's probably the nicest thing you can say.
That would be it. Right now, Greg Cooley is taking a beating from the trio of Stubbs, Anderson, and Zuhkov. Sonny King yet to see action.
Cooley rolled out of the way at the last minute. He's headed for the corner. He comes.
That's the first hand he came to. He got Anderson. Zuhkov goes. What a battle we have here.
We've got Cooley with Zuhkov. Sonny King continues to pound away on Anderson. Rougeau's got the step on Stubbs, but here comes Cooley Spears.
He got something in his hand.
He got Rougeau from behind. Sonny King's out of the ring. King's got Spears over there in the dressing room. Rougeau's out on his feet. Look at this. Billy Spears slapping away at the face of Sonny King. Boris Zuhkov got the win on Greg Cooley in this match. King's broken away and he's gone after Spears again.
And your winners will be Jerry Stubbs, Arn Anderson, and Boris Zuhkov. Rougeau was hit from behind with some.
Sonny King's got a full garbage can. He's not taking any chances yet being bushwhacked by Anderson, Stubbs, and King. There's a total bedlam here at the TV studio. Rougeau is slowly getting back to his feet.
We need to take a commercial break right here, and we'll be back with more action in just a moment.
Magic City Dodge, the Southeast's largest Dodge truck dealer, is loaded with inventory featuring the South's biggest selection of Dodge trucks, plus hundreds of K-Cars, Omnis, Chargers, Mitsubishi imports, the largest inventory, the biggest space. That's why Magic City Dodge is Alabama's leading Dodge dealer. Come to Roebuck and check out the red and white Dodge giant, Magic City Dodge on Parkway East, the Southeast's #1 Dodge truck dealer, partner.
What's the McDonald's All-American meal? Philip, please don't do that. Plus pie.
That's our featured meal. A regular hamburger, a large order of McDonald's great French fries, a medium soft drink, and a hot apple pie for $1.89.
We'll have 2 All-American meals. Please don't do that.
That's 2 McDonald's All-American meals. Plus pies, each for $1.89 at McDonald's. Come to the downtown New Ideal Tea Department this Monday and Tuesday and meet with the nursemaid representative. See his entire line of famous nursemaid beauty teas and receive $5 off any style, special orders, or purchase from our large inventory. Many styles are available from sizes 4 to 12 in slim to extra wide. Remember, Monday and Tuesday only, receive $5 off the regular price of nursemaid beauty teas. Downtown and in Westlake Mall.
It's your week to catch up with Carrie Fisher and see what Duke boy John Snyder's up to in Oklahoma. So if you want more out of tomorrow, watch Entertainment Tonight and meet a real pair of naturals.
What are they finding, Jack, Red?
Plus, 2 of the tops in play-by-play. Here's your chance to pucker up with Richard Dawson, saddle up with James Coburn, and rock out with Night Ranger and Billy Idol. All this week on Entertainment Tonight, Monday night, right after BRC 6 News at 6.
Tonight, the championship is on the line. 11th, 8:30, Birmingham Southwell Auditorium as a gift to the fans. You'll see Steve Armstrong take on Hustle with Rogers. Jacques Rougeau leads Tommy Gilbert. Alabama title. Rick McGraw defends against Dick Rain. Quick contact. Go back to Patrol Incorporated. Beat Arn Anderson, Jerry Stubbs, and Boris Zuhkov. Jody Q with Bob Armstrong takes on the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Then, in the main event, for the World Heavyweight Championship, Jimmy Golden challenges Nature Boy Ric Flair. No increase in prices. Monday night, Birmingham Southwell Auditorium at 8:30. Monday night at Boutwell Auditorium, wrestling fans in Birmingham are in for a real treat. Their first appearance in the Magic City is Steve Armstrong. Plus, Bob Armstrong against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller, no DQ. And the match you've been waiting for, world title, as Jimmy Golden challenges Nature Boy Ric Flair.
The match you've been waiting for is Ric Flair's coming to town. I don't say nobody wants to see Steve Armstrong. There's too many Armstrongs around now, and Steve Armstrong, get ready. I know you're nervous at your first match, but don't expect any pity for me, because I'm going to rub that nose of yours all over the mat, baby. You're going to give up in Birmingham.
It's going to be a bad night for the Armstrongs all the way around. Bullet Bob, no disqualification. Ain't enough people in that building going to be able to pull me off of you, Bullet Bob. No disqualification. I can do anything I want. You know, this cigar is getting short now. It reminds me of you. Short on body, short on brain, and short on brawn. You ain't got nothing going for you, Bullet Bob. And Monday night in Birmingham, I'm going to talk to you in the hard concrete, and so is Flair going to do that to you, Junior.
Southwell Auditorium Monday night. I know it's got to be a very special night in the career of Steve Armstrong.
Sure is. You know, Rick Rogers, he's a very tough man. I want to find out which one of the two wears the pantyhose. Is it him or is it his valet?
Monday night, Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham. No DQ. Bob Armstrong against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller.
Well, that's right. I guess we'll find out a lot about who wears pantyhose and who don't, because we're going to separate the men from the boys. World champion Ric Flair's in, and Jimmy has fought and scratched, and he's stayed healthy, and he's stayed alive, brother, and he deserves a title shot. As far as the Tennessee dud, pardon me, is that stud? No, maybe I was right, the dud. There ain't going to be enough people to pull you off me right. Because in the first place, I'm not going to be on top, and I'm going to be looking down at you. Because, you know, he says I'm short on everything. That ain't no toothpick hanging on my shoulder, Rick. And one good right shot, Jack at his jaw is going to be my pleasure in Birmingham on World Championship night, Monday night.
A lot of things will be settled Monday night at Boutwell Auditorium, including the ongoing feud between the world champion and Jimmy Golden.
That's true. The Tennessee dud and Ric Flair, a lot of people's going to be eating some big bad words that they've been running out here. And Ric Flair has done everything that he possibly can. He's had Boris Zuhkov and every man that he could possibly pay to keep Jimmy Golden from stepping in the ring with Ric Flair. I'm going to tell you something, Ric Flair. The last time you came to Mobile, we had it out. That's right, brother. But you're the only man that's going to be able to stop me, and you ain't going to be able to do it.
Billy Spears, I want to let you know something. You talking about violence, you talking about war. I created it. Look, I created it. I created it. I created it. I created it. I want to tell you something. Stab Anthony first off. I gave you my blood when you were in trouble. I got down there. I supported you because I believe in myself and I believe in the people I associate with. That is my reason.
There's no reason you turn your back on me. I've done nothing to you at all. But we'll find out.